Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am Candace from Lovewrapped, and today I'm going to be doing a brand new video on application of nail wraps. So these are my absolute favorite. I am obsessed with nail wraps. That's what got me into Jamberry. That's why I stay. That's why I have beautiful nails. So I absolutely love these things, and I want to show you today how to apply them properly so that they last, and the easiest way I have found. Also, I upload new videos every week, at least one new video a week, always on a Thursday, and if I get really excited then I will sometimes do a second video. So please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more of what I've got, and turn on the notifications so you never miss out. Okay, so nail wraps come like this, and I had a second one somewhere, but they come in a full sheet. This is a half sheet, and these beauties are called Mermaid tails, and I love them. It's so warm outside today. I wanted something super summery and beautiful, so I'm going to be popping these ones on. I have already cut this in half, so this is enough to do one full mani, and you will have leftover large ones on the side. Now there are tricks that I have to cut these down to get them perfect so that you can use them. I don't like waste, so I will pop up a video very soon on how to do that one. But let's get started. So I have washed my hands already with dish soap, so they are ready to go. They are nice and dry, so I'm just going to grab my nail prep wipe here. These are the Jamberry nail prep wipes. I'm obsessed with these. They are so easy and so beautiful, and they take all the oils off your hands, and just, they smell yummy too, in an alcohol-y kind of way. So they will dry off really quickly because they're an alcohol-based wipe, but they also have some really nourishing stuff in them. Okay, so my hands are ready to go. I will be using the Deluxe Nail Kit today. I love this thing. You don't need to. What you will definitely need is a pair of nail scissors. Let me grab them. Pair of nail scissors, a buffer block, a nail file, get it right, I forgot what it's called, an orange stick, your Jamberry nail heater. Now you can, these are so cheap now, so you should grab one, but you can use a hairdryer. The thing about using a hairdryer is, one, super loud, two, they use a lot less heat on them, so don't put them in front of the heater for very long. Okay, so my heater's already on and ready to go. I'll turn that on in a minute, but let's get started. So I've already wiped those down. I am just going to pop you down now so you can see what I'm going to do. So my nails are already prepped as I usually would. I have pushed back the cuticles. I've buffed them and shaped them to the size and shape that I want them. I have grabbed my little buffer block, and I have buffed off the tops. Now this is not to take down any of your, or take off any of your nail. It is just to create a nice matte surface for your wraps and your jams to stick to. So our jams do not like a shiny surface, so it's important that we just buff that off and then just wipe off. Grab your nail prep wipe it off to make sure that there's no dustings underneath. Dusting, dirt and oil are the enemy of your jams. Okay, so I always cut the plastic part of my jam. Some people prefer not to, but I do. I'm going to start with my pinky, and I'm just going to take the smallest wrap, or the wrap that seems to fit the best, and just cut it in half. So this will be the one that I'm going to be using for my pinky. So it's on a clear backing, which is awesome. So I just line it up. Now, as I said before, there are ways to, little tricks for cutting down your wraps. This is how I do it for general day-to-day. So I'm just going to do it. I know, or I've seen, that this is just going to be about a little millimeter too wide. So I'm just going to pop that off. Now, it's important to only ever cut from one side. You will realize when you do this wrong one time that you will just cause a little bit of grief for yourself, because you want to leave a little bit of plastic on the side so that you can slide your orange stick or your tweezers. Some people use tweezers. I think that's really clever, under the side. So I've just peeled the backing off that, and I'm going to turn on my little Jamberry heater. It does take about 4 or 5 seconds for that heat to come through, so just check and make sure that the heat is coming through. And now this is how I do it. There are other ways, and I'm going to show you the other ways as well, but I just hit it with like 2 seconds of heat. It should not start to curl yet. And then I just place it down, place it at the, placing it at the base of my nail, there, close to the cuticle, but not super close. You don't want anything to touch your skin or your cuticles at all. And these are so shiny that I think they keep going out of focus. So what I do here is I just pop a tiny little bit of heat, 1, 2, I press at the tip, I press at the base of the nail and go push it all the way down to the tip. Now when I've done this, I can see that it's a little bit close to my skin on the side. So this is where I grab my little cuticle nippers. You can use your scissors to do this. Oh, dropping them all over the place. I'm just going to turn that off for a second so you can hear me. And then I just take my little cuticle nippers under the side and I just snip off. Now do this little bit by little bit, because you can always snip more, but you can't put it back on. You want to make sure that you're embracing a little bit of gappage at that side. Can you see that? You're not going to see that at all once you've once your wraps are on. You're not going to notice, I promise, but it's going to make your jams last. You won't get bubbles under the side if you embrace the gap. 1, 2. So I put a little bit of heat on that side, and then I do the other side. 1, 2. And push it down nice and firmly. So this is where I just kind of pull the end, make sure that it's sort of all attached at the tip, and then I'm just going to grab the scissors and chop off that little bit of excess. So you can always go back and add heat. You just want to make sure that it's nice and at that tip there, that there's no air getting underneath it. Beautiful. And so now we'll go into the other side. Now again, same thing for this one. I'll turn that off so you can hear me. Same thing for this one. I know that this one is a little bit wide, and it's always better to have it a little bit smaller. So we're just going to snip off a little bit of that side, just on one side. You will thank me for just doing it on one side, believe me. Okay, and now I'm just going to pop that one off. Same thing. Turn a little heat on. 1, 2, tiny bit of heat, really not much. Overheating is the enemy. And you can see I just kind of readjust it until I'm comfortable. Press it down at the base. Oh, this one's spot on perfect. I don't think I'm going to need to. Can you see that? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Probably 2's enough. And on this side, 2. And then on this side here, 1, 2. Perfect. So there we go. So popping them down on your nails is probably the hardest, the most difficult part, is getting that first position. Once you've got that first position, you're pretty much right to go. But believe me, these change the nail game for applying your wraps, that's for sure. Okay, so I'll just do one more for you so you can see. Same thing, gonna pop it off, apply a little bit of heat, pop it down at the base, lift it up if you need to reapply. I think that's in the wrong spot, just a tiny bit. There we go, that's a bit better. 1, 2, and pushing firmly straight down the middle. On the side here, 1, 2, and oh, that one's a little bit close. I get underneath with my little nippers. Perfection. 1, 2. Look at that done. So I'm just going to do the rest of those, and then I'll pop back and show you the next step. Perfect. So that's all done. All of those are on. I've trimmed them all back with the little cuticle nippers, which are amazing. I wouldn't be without my Deluxe Nail Kit because it makes things so much easier. But I have now gone along and checked that none of these are lifting at the around the sides or at the tip. If they are, just hit them with a little bit more heat and very, very carefully push down any of that bubbling. Now's the time to fix them before we get on and start filing them back. Okay, so the way we file them is really, really important. So when the wraps are heated, they will expand slightly, and as they cool, they start to pull back. So you want to make sure when you are filing, you're starting from the nail that you started on. This is why I do pinkies and move up to my thumbs so that I never forget which order I did them in. It also means that I'm not left with little half bits of wraps all over the place and not knowing which hand and which finger they go on. So it's most important I grab the regular nail file to start with, a nice coarse one, and in a downward motion, always downward. Don't go this way and don't go side to side ever. This the adhesive is still drying and bonding. It'll take 4 to 6 hours for it to bond really, really firm. So you just want to, in a downward motion, and it will not take too much at all. You just want to, and you see that's coming off now. Just always down. You can do it a little bit around the side, and then it's almost there. Those last little corner bits are the hardest to get off. There we go. And that one's off. We will go back and clean that up in just a second. So just file this one as well. Now you can be reasonably firm with this, but you want to make sure that as long as you're always doing it in that downward motion and you're being careful, as soon as you start going this way, guys, you're going to take that wrap, that vinyl wrap, and all that color off the top. Believe me, you'll do it once. It'll stand out because you'll notice it every time you look at your nails, and you'll never do it again. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of those and pop back and show you the next step. Oh, I forgot to mention. Of course I did, because, you know, I'm talking too much. But if you have particularly short nails, so it can be really, really hard to file in a downward motion if you have short nails, because of course the end of your finger is there and you can't exactly file through it, and the only real way to get into it is to go at that angle, right? There is a way around it. I love jams on short nails. If you are a nail biter, if you're a nail biter and you're trying to grow your nails out, or if you have the kind of job where you have kids where you can't have particularly long nails, that's okay. Jams look amazing on all nail lengths, but you're gonna have trouble trying to file them down. So grab your nail clippers. This also gives a super, if you want like a flat, that really modern sort of straight edge on your nails at all, this is the perfect thing for you to do. So you don't have to file them down if you don't want. You just grab your clippers, and I'm just going to show you. You can just, I hate clipping my nails, by the way. Did you see my face? It was terrible, I'm sure. Okay, so you just go along, and this is actually going to, I know I've already filed this down, but you'll be able to see in a second. That nips off all the excess of the wrap and has your nail looking super sharp, and that's going to, your wrap is going to bond perfectly, so you don't need to worry about that. This is great for kids as well, so of course not one this big, this is a big one. This is from the Deluxe Nail Kit and it's awesome, but it's amazing for kids as well. Okay, so once you have filed off all the excess, so they kind of come off like this, little bits of, you want to grab your glass nail file. So this isn't, oh my gosh, I completely forgot one. Typical me, right? Doesn't matter, I'll go back and fix it in a minute. Okay, so you want to grab your glass nail file if you have one. If you don't have one, I strongly suggest you get one. So I've mentioned this before. I'm not a scientist. I don't know why this works, but the glass nail file will make your wraps bond incredible. So if you have any kind of lifting as you go along the way, if you have any kind of like ridging or weird bump on the end of your wrap, this is what you want to do. In the same motion, you just want to hit it on the edge at that 90-degree angle. Boop, 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 boop. And again, it will take off a tiny bit of wrap, but that's exactly what you want. This is going to make your wrap blip, blip, blip. Of course I did. This is gonna make your wraps last longer, and it's also gonna keep them cleaned up all the time. I really wish you could see the little bits of wrap coming off this, but you can't. I know you can't. Okay, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna come back and show you the finished product, and I'm gonna fix, look, I almost did. I'm gonna go back and fix this nail and show you the finished result. Okay, I'll be back. Those babies are all done, and they are so pretty, you guys. I've left a little bit of wrap sticking off the edge from where I filed them. There we go, that's better. Ah, they're so pretty. So these babies are mermaid tails, and they are still available on the website. They are so gorgeous and shiny, guys. I wish you could see them in the sunshine because they sparkle so pretty. Yeah, they're ridiculous. So what you need to do now is keep them out of water for 4 to 6 hours. This means no saunas, no swimming. Yes, you can have a shower. I wouldn't jump in the shower right this second. But you're fine to have a shower. Just don't wash your hair. Try to keep them out of water for 4 to 6 hours, or as long as you can, because the adhesive is still bonding and forming that really, really great bond to make your wraps last nice and long. And we want that. You've just gone to all the effort of doing this mani. So this full mani would usually take me 20 minutes. Now I have been doing this for a while, of course, but 20 to 30 minutes, probably 40 for your very first time, but once you get used to cutting them down, I adore these. A wrap mani will last between 2 and 3 weeks, depending on how well you adhere them to start with and how well you keep them tended to. Your glass nail file is just perfection. You need one. They're beautiful. So my babies are done. Aren't they beautiful? So I wish you could see these in the light, so in the sunshine, because they sparkle. Okay, so that is my whole tutorial on those. Now you want to stay out of water, you want to stay out of the shower, don't go in a sauna, don't go in a swimming pool for 4 to 6 hours unless you're going to top them with TruShine, and then you can do whatever you want. Try not to wash the dishes. Oh, it'll be so hard. Because just don't submerge them in water or oil. I know you're not going to submerge them in oil, but avoid getting your hands too oily. Don't use cuticle oils and stuff like that until 4 to 6 hours after, unless you are going to be topping them with TruShine, and then you can do whatever, as I said. Love it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you would like to grab anything, if you have any questions, if you want the Deluxe Nail Kit or anything like that, please head to the, my link is in the description. There is also, if you've never bought from me before, there is also a beautiful discount code, so be sure to check that out. Use the discount code because that's what it's there for. Otherwise, if you already have a jam consultant, please head back to your jam consultant. They will be able to help you out with everything. These are a current wrap. Aren't they gorgeous? Mermaid tails are a current wrap. They're available on buy 3 get 1 free. There are bundles and stuff that you can get, so please just reach out and ask the question and I can help. And come see me on Facebook. So all the links to everything you want to see is in the description. So please come visit me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna get off here and let you guys enjoy your day. Thank you so much, guys. One more flash of my mani. Have a great day, guys.